This mid-morning, let's journey from control freak to meditation master. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi. Brought to you by the good-hearted folks who help support this channel on Patreon. This mid-morning, we could chant and meditate and enjoy a lesson or two. But first, if you love Star Wars and you wish to meditate, as transformatively as Yoda on Dagobah under the guidance of Qui-Gon Jinn, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Good news. If at any point during this mid-morning live stream you have a specific question about Buddhist meditation or Buddhist philosophy or how to apply them to your life, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen. I can take a moment to blow my nose. Please bear with me. There are two types of fan channels I see on YouTube. Some say everything wrong with this movie, and others say everything great about this movie. And it's very, very easy for us to be critical and competitive when we're in a movie and think how we could have done the job of the screenwriter or the director or the actor or the producer better. But if we really want to enjoy ourselves for the span of the movie, it's best, if we can at all, to enjoy suspension of disbelief and to remember that our role is simply to enjoy the ride. The same thing can be said for meditation. Our job is not to choose, not to control what we perceive, not to control what we see or hear or feel or taste or smell, not to control what we emote or intend or reason or recall or imagine. Our job is to go along with the ride. The first human legend tells us that the first human teacher of Dzogchen, Garab Dorje, insisted on non-striving, that we don't choose what thoughts come, we just notice whatever comes up, and we release, and we let go, we relax into the ultimate nature of whatever comes up. Over and over again, with every round of breath, that is the path. So what do we mean by round of meditation? Mindfulness and meditation are known by many terms, including Zen, Chan, Dhyana, Mahamudra, Mahasandhi, Ati Yoga, Dzogchen, and Trekcho. And despite the exotic-sounding nature of these names, the technique is simple. How do we practice mindfulness? During each inhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this. Doing so grants us effortless and automatic access to our sympathetic nervous system, which has not evolved for active concentration, but instead for mere perception. Vulnerable, passive, visceral, and random. And as I mentioned or alluded to a few moments ago, we are wired to perceive sights, sounds, sensations, flavors, scents, and the like, including emotions, intentions, thoughts, memories, and imaginings. But what are we to do with all this stuff that we notice? Well, we meditate, of course. But how do we do that? During each exhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the word yes. For each exhalation is wired to grant us effortless and automatic access to our parasympathetic nervous system, which has evolved both for physical relaxation as well as mental release. And so a round it consists of each inhalation or an inhalation and its exhalation. 2 cycles of our breath. And during each breath, whatever we notice, we release. Whether that which we notice is external or internal or physical or mental or pleasurable or painful or interesting or boring or glorious or grotesque. But before we begin meditating this mid-morning, let's take a moment to chant this morning's portion of Prahe Vajra's or Garab Dorje's, of Vajra Sattva's spaciousness, or Dorje Sampan Namkache. Together. Listen, O virtuous one, I will show you the truth of your being. Whoopsie, look at that. Let's try that again. Listen, O virtuous one, I will show you the truth of your being. You are and always have been like Vajrasattva, the infinite conscious living presence of and creative power of the divine. The vast spaciousness of being always good, the way of liberation for all beings, beyond appearance and disappearance and beyond the grasp of the intellect. Love being or essence attainment is already complete, and there is no need to strive at practicing great compassion. Love being the supreme good, there is no need either to extol the many splendid qualities of compassion. Phenomena are not other than the true condition. Without input on our part, they appear and disappear. Naturally arising wisdom need not be actively sought. Self-liberating by nature, it reveals the way. Earth, air, fire, and water, all the indwelling divine. Despite our mistaken notion, liberation dawns from within our being and is not dependent on others. And now, let's meditate. If you have enjoyed this mid-morning lesson and brief meditation, you could type something in the chat window. You could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could share it with a friend. You could even help support this channel on Patreon. In approximately 3 3/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's afternoon lesson and meditation. Until then, may you and yours be happy and healthy. And if you are as geeky as me, this is the way.